Hi guys, welcome to my mom's YouTube channel, Bringing Hope in Life. My name is Amba Mugeshe. Today I'm very excited because we are welcoming another member of the family to this YouTube platform. Today my brother is going to talk about a very interesting topic. Can you introduce yourself?
My name is Myles and I'm a future neurosurgeon.
Oh, a future neurosurgeon. So that's what you want to become when you grow up?
Yes.
Who is this neurosurgeon? What work does he do?
So this is a person who treats a patient's nervous system, tells that something is wrong and helps them.
Oh, and why do you want to become a neurosurgeon?
So I want to become a neurosurgeon to treat the society and make a better society.
Oh, I never knew. I really don't even know what a neurosurgeon, but you've already explained to me. Now, what is this?
This is the anatomy of the brain. You have the cerebrum, the occipital lobe, you have the brainstem and the frontal lobe.
Here it is. Here is the diagram. Now, Myles, can you tell me what are these things that you have written on your diagram? Here first has written cerebrum. Myles, what is a cerebrum?
The cerebrum is the largest part of the brain and helps in thinking.
Oh, I did not know I had a cerebrum. I just thought the brain is a brain. Now here there's also something, I don't know whether I can pronounce it well, but occipital lobe. If I've
so
said
the
it wrong.
occipital lobe helps in vision.
In vision.
It is long veins that are connected to the eye.
This is what he's saying. I have no idea what he's saying, but still. Next, the cerebellum. It sounds good as the cerebrum. I don't know what it is, but Myles, can you explain this?
The cerebellum helps in movement and balance.
Movement and balance. There's also a brainstem. He has written here a brainstem. I don't know what's a brainstem, so can you kindly explain to us?
A brainstem is a long stalk that is connected to the spinal cord. It helps in motor movements such as movement of the neck and the spinal cord. It also helps in breathing, maintaining our heart rate and temperature.
Oh, I never knew.
And we also have other parts. These four here are the main parts of the brain. So over here we have the amygdala, which is responsible for emotions.
Ah, Myles, are these cerebrum, occipital lobe, brainstem and cerebellum the main parts of the brain?
Yes, they are. And also, the first neurosurgeon was William McEwen in 1872, who treated a teenager's brain with no equipment. And also, for one to become a neurosurgeon, you have to have a bachelor's degree for 4 years. You need to go to medical school for another 4 years and a residence degree for 6 to 7 years.
So Myles, what inspired you to be a neurosurgeon?
So Michael Ewen inspired me to be a neurosurgeon because he actually surprised people by treating a teenager with his bare hands, and he saved the teenager from dying.
So you, as a neurosurgeon, a future neurosurgeon, what would you tell other children out there who want to become a neurosurgeon?
I can tell them that they can always achieve their dreams and that nothing is impossible.
Are there other parts of the brain that you did not mention?
Yes, such as here we have the temporal lobe. So basically the temporal lobe, I've not labeled it there yet. The temporal lobe helps in basically such as touching, sight. It helps in such. Then we have this C-shaped vein here called the corpus callosum. So the corpus callosum is a structure of a C-shaped vein which helps in containing the white sheet muscles in the brain.
Ah, I never knew. So this is what he's talking about. Myles, can you tell us more about this neurosurgeon?
Well, this neurosurgeon treats the nervous system. So now the brain is found in the central nervous system.
Ah, but now why? Is a neurosurgeon's job very, very important?
Yes, because he saves people from dying.
Ah, but is a neurosurgeon a doctor or a nurse?
He saves people from dying and also helps the society because we have very few in Kenya and I'm aiming to change that.
So you go to a university somewhere in the world or even in Kenya to make big things. Is that right?
Yes.
Now, is a neurosurgeon a doctor, a nurse, or what is he?
A neurosurgeon is basically a brain doctor.
A brain doctor. Does he treat anything else rather than the brain?
Yes, he also treats parts such as the spinal cord.
The spinal cord. Where is this spinal cord located?
The spinal cord is a row of bone. It's like a sheet of muscle running from the brainstalk all the way to the end of the back.
This whatever you have said it is, what does it help us with?
The spinal cord. The spinal cord basically helps us to move, such as bending, standing. That's what it helps us in.
But now this neurosurgeon, I asked before whether it's a doctor or it's a nurse. I don't know what it is.
A brain doctor.
A brain doctor. Now, when you become a neurosurgeon, you'll treat the brain. Now, I want to ask you this question. Which is the largest part of the brain?
The cerebrum.
The smallest part of the brain.
The smallest part of the brain, well, it's either between the amygdala, because we have another part called the cerebrum vortex, which is basically smaller than the amygdala.
Guys, I'm forced to intervene or to interfere with the video because all what they are talking about, I don't know where they got it from. And the Mr. Neurosurgeon, if I may say a few words, describes and keeps quiet. Where did you get that diagram from? My name is Anna Mugeshe, by the way. I decided to interfere because I really don't know what they're talking about. And I'm on the camera. I just found them doing it. So, Mr. Neurosurgeon, you said who inspired you to do that?
Michael McEwen.
Who is Michael McEwen?
The first neurosurgeon.
Where did you get the information from?
Well, first of all, I actually went and researched about it on Google.
On Google, you researched about it. And you really want to become one?
Yes.
What are you supposed to do as from now as you prepare for that future career?
I should continue studying more on it, and also I should inspire others so that we can have a large economy of neurosurgeons in future.
A large economy of neurosurgeons in future. And if I'm not wrong, I heard you saying, talking about there are very few neurosurgeons in Kenya?
Yes.
Or in Africa?
Yes.
And you want to change that?
Yes.
So how are you going to go about it?
Well, I'm going to continue studying on it and continuing to spread the message about it.
And how important it is, eh?
Yes.
Is it so important for you?
Yes.
Why?
Because we need a better society, and more people are dying out of brain malfunctioning.
And you say, like you say, brain is very important organ, a very important organ in a human being.
Yes.
And without brain?
Without brain, we cannot function because it's all that helps us to grow, think, learn more.
All right. Host Amber?
Yes?
Go on with your hosting.
Now, let me ask you, can you name one brain problem?
One brain problem? Well, for one brain problem, we have the Hermesalites. I forgot what the name is called, but I think it starts with the letter A, but it was named after the person who discovered it.
How does this disease for the brain affect the body?
Well, it causes malfunctioning in the frontal lobe, and now you forget everything. Sometimes it can cause in forgetting things such as forgetting your name, forgetting things that, let's say, you won't forget recent things, but you forget things that passed, like, let's say, 1 week ago.
Now, what happens if a bullet gets in your brain?
Well, it will damage the frontal lobe, because from here up to here is where the cerebellum runs.
Now, let me ask you, is this part a part of the brain? Up here, is it a part of the brain?
Yes.
What is it called?
It is where the end of the brain is. So this is where parts such as the amygdala and the cerebellum start from.
Now, how does this brain help us in the body work?
Well, it helps in many ways. For example, there are many types of learning. The cerebrum helps in thinking and learning things such as school matters, but the cerebellum helps us in learning about balance, as in you learn more on how to balance the body.
Just before you continue, what subjects do you think you should know very much for you to succeed in this future career of yours?
You need to know sciences. You need to know sciences.
So guys, we are in Kenya and we are doing this video from Kenya, Africa, and probably you can tell them the sciences that you're going to study, especially when you go to high school, because that is the time we are supposed to be choosing our career. But at least when you're focused and you know about your career, it's better because you're focused in your studies and you know what you're going to work very hard. So what are these sciences that you're talking about?
Well, they have things such as physics, mathematics, and science, and also a bit of chemistry.
Oh, so that the sciences that you're going to work hard in, eh?
Yes.
And for your information, guys, behind the camera, as an educator, these are the subjects that all our kids in Kenya find to be very hard, and so they study very much. And you have to work very hard because some of these subjects are just too hard for you as you study. So guys, can you finish?
Yeah, there's a question I've been meaning to ask you. Where will you study these things to become a neurosurgeon?
Well, I can study it in Kenya if possible.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not possible, where would you go to study?
Probably in America.
Where in America? I'm very, very, very interested in this.
Well, if it's one place I would like to study, I would like to go to Boston.
You go and study that in Boston. Wow. Can you remind us about your career, Amber?
I want to be a fashion designer. And in this case, I'm going to Paris so I can learn how to become the best fashion designer I can. And when I come back here, I will change Kenya and to have many fashion designers as it is.
Alright guys, so what do you tell people as you finish or we wind up? Thank you Myles for agreeing to come to this, and thank you for enlightening others, boys and girls who do not know what they want to be when they grow up, and they should get people who inspire them to become what they want to be when they grow up. So what will you tell the boys and girls outside there who may be listening to us about their future career? What should they do? Starting from you, Myles.
What should they do to sustain their career?
To ensure that they will achieve it in future.
Well, they should keep working hard, and they should always be the top in schools.
And you?
I would say they need to believe in themselves, they need to have courage, they need to be brave, and they need people to encourage them so that they can sustain their dreams, and that they must be hardworking in school. Now that's the end of our video. Thank you for watching this. Remember to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and give us a thumbs up. Thank you, Myles for joining us today and telling us what you want to become when you grow up. Bye.